You tell yourself my title is safe. My clients need me. A robot can't do what I do. Cut the crap. That's conditioned responses affecting your potential. The reality, AI doesn't care about your title. It wants your tasks. Last quarter, 40 to 60% of what you call expertise got sliced into prompts and API calls. Your job isn't disappearing, it's being dismantled.
Russ,
Bubba,
just this morning, I don't understand these guys, right? You're the founder. I wish they'd be contacting you, but they keep calling me and sending me texts. But just this morning, I get a text. Hey, take a look at this article. You see, AI is not going to take my job. Can't do it. It can't function. It can only do small tasks. It can't do complex. It can't solve complex problems. So I'm a smart guy. I'm good. And what do you think?
I think he's sort of right. He's a smart guy and he's good. But he's not understanding what AI is doing. And AI is not coming for his job. AI is coming for those parts of his job, the tasks, his jobs that are repeatable, easy to automate, all of the things that we can do that we talked about in the last show that can be done to make a job easier. And once you take all that apart, once you unbundle what an actual job is, then that's where he's wrong. That's where AI is going to affect each and every one of us.
Usually what I hear is, AI is out there. It's going to create jobs. So you don't have to worry. It's not going to take your job. But what I'm looking for is I want to know why. So like usual, I need you to give me the receipts on this, man.
Okay, I got receipts for you, dude. Receipt number 1, the unbundling mechanism. So our buddies that are talking about, it can't come for my job, it's not going to do that. They're absolutely right. AI is not coming for your job title. It's coming for what you do in your job. So everybody's job, every job has tasks. Yours and mine, because of our experience, and that has somewhere between 35 and 40 or 45 discrete tasks that stacked up together make our job. Mm-hmm. And the guys that are saying, you can't replace me, you're absolutely right. The AI cannot replace all 45 of those tasks
yet.
But it can right now, today, replace almost 60% of those jobs, right? Yep. So when we're talking about AI, it's not here to take your job. It's here to absorb your tasks. You kind of know what that means.
Yeah, Matt tells us that if 60% of your work can be done and you have a titled job, project manager, for example, then that definitely means we don't need as many project managers as we operated with before, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But it really means is if you have a company and you have 5 project managers running your stuff and you automate all of the work that project manager is doing that can be automatable, you don't need 5 project managers anymore. Probably only need 2.
Yeah. So you still got project managers. You just ain't got as many as you had before, right? And that actually drops to your bottom line. So people are going to be moving in that direction.
That's correct. Yeah. And if we're dropping 3 out of those 5, you're going to see that they're not going to say that they were fired because of AI. You're going to see that they lost their job because they were reorganized for efficiency. And the job title survives. There's still a project manager, but there's a whole lot less of them. Yeah. The job doesn't.
Give me more receipts, man. Give me more receipts.
We've all heard about the Klarna Study. You heard about the Klarna Study? Klarna Study is this. There's a large company that does phone operations, client services, and things like that. In 2024, they were one of the very earliest adopters of AI and these automations. And they went and they replaced 700 of their agents off of their customer service lines. And at the time, they announced, we got rid of 700 jobs. And we saved $60 million in the first year of operations just from that. Then they came back the very next year, and the CEO said, "Wait a second, we went too far. We weren't the customer satisfaction tanked. the bots weren't ready to handle all the problems that were coming up the way that the customers wanted. And I know you're always bitching and complaining about talking to machines online, but you know how much better they've gotten it. Anyway, so in
we're just not used
2020,
to it. That's all. We're just
last
not
year,
used to it yet.
last year the CEO came back and said, you know what, we went too far. We can't do all of that stuff. So they came back, and the reporting was that they added all these jobs back. They did add a large number of those jobs back, but it wasn't the job that came back. It was the piece of the job that had to do with, really hard customer problems or things that really needed the human touch to be able to talk. The vast majority of the work.
Complex
Right.
cases.
So this today, AI handles now over what would take a human employees, 850 of those employees worth of work. So they brought work back, they brought sections of the job back, and they still handle with the AI more than all the 700 employees that they let go. The job didn't go away, it just got unbundled. So when you're talking about, you can't take my job, well, we can take part of your job stack, and it just depends on what side of that redistribution you're on.
Take a whole bunch of part of your job, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Anything
And
else? Anything else?
well, I got one last thing, and this is especially for you, the small businessman.
Hit me with it.
All right. So for most men our age, if you're a business owner, the business itself is your retirement plan, right? We all have if you have a business and you're getting toward the time when you're looking out forward of you, and we're looking at retirement, then the biggest asset that almost all of us have is our business, and we're looking to either sell that business, pass it on, but either way, it is our retirement plan, or the biggest part of our retirement plan, right?
Yeah. So we've been working towards.
That's what we've been working towards. So now, if you are a company that, or own a company that hasn't adapted this type of AI strategy, have a plan to handle what's going forward, haven't dealt with the legacy issues that you're going to have with your employees, doesn't matter right now what your business profit line is worth, because your valuation based on numbers going forward, your multiples just got compressed. So you may think that your business is doing just as well as it ever did, and last year it was worth X. If you don't have an AI strategy and you're not taking care of all the issues that go with all this, then your business is now worth Y. And every month, every year you do that going down, the value of your retirement nest egg is taking a big hit. So outdated processes, greater disruption risk. You're not going to get paid 5 times EBITDA. You're probably going to get paid 2.5.
So even though, go ahead. And what?
Even if you're going to get paid at all. The PEs, the private equity firms that are buying companies right now, that's one of the first top 3 questions that they ask are, what's your AI strategy? Let's see your long-range plan. How have you dealt with your legacy systems and people going forward? And if you can't check that box off in the right way, you don't even get looked at.
So even if you're running along, operations continue on, you're still having what you perceive to be success. Your success is at a higher cost, right, than your competitors. And this could probably sneak up on you, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your P&L lies. Your balance sheet bleeds when that happens. Yeah.
So second half, man, sovereign play, man. What helps? How can we help?
So in my upcoming book, the second half manifesto, How to Stay Dangerous When AI and Society Want You Obsolete, we deal with this in a couple of different ways. We have the 22 elements of the Sovereign's Code, and a couple of them that apply directly to what we're talking about today are element number 9, work to squeeze, right? So every experience that you've ever had contains extractable wisdom, right? If you squeeze it. You squeeze right now, you map your stack, you map your task stack, not the I manage operations. That's a title, but the actual work. 30 to 40 discrete tasks that you have. mark them all down, exactly what it is that you do within your job, and then go back through and say, well, this can be automated, this can be accelerated, or I own this one. And then you're going to find that because you've gone through this exercise, you shouldn't be really defending your title. You should be defending what it is that you can do that isn't automatable. But you'll never know that if you don't squeeze that wisdom out of what it is that you're doing every day.
Pen and paper?
Pen and paper. Last analog man.
Analog man, pen and paper.
Do it yourself.
All right.
You know what's going on.
Put my title at the top and then list my tasks, right?
Right.
And then assess those tasks.
Assess those tasks and know exactly where you're at. The next thing you need to really take a hard look at is element number 14. Element number 14 is entitled Cut the Crap. C.R.A.P. That's condition responses affecting potential, right? That means just going through your everyday life that you have built up these conditioned responses that may or may not be true, but that's just what you think it is. You have that conditioned response to whatever it is, and that is affecting your potential. I'll give you some examples. My clients expect the personal touch. Crap. My industry's different. It's not going to happen to us. Crap. I'm too old to learn this. Crap. Those beliefs.
That's my favorite one.
Had running around in your head that just.
That's my favorite one.
Those beliefs that you're holding on to, they're affecting your potential and they're paralyzing you, and you've got to get away from that. So, second half man teaches us that we need to let go and cut the crap.
Whew, is that it?
Well,
Final
here's a way that
thoughts?
you can here's a way that you can take care of the crap. So those beliefs aren't protecting you; they're paralyzing you. And the way you gotta have to take a look at this is in 3 layers. The first is you got to understand what is tokenizable, what is automated, the drafting, analysis, research. All of that stuff, the cost is falling to zero. And when I say cost is falling to zero, if I'm paying, $20, $25, even $100 a month to be able to automate these jobs, what is that cost compared to $100,000 a year, project manager or more?
Paralegal.
Yep. So you, as the business owner, somebody running the business, need to adopt where you're going to just be undercut by costs. If I don't have those costs and you and I are equal on all parts of things, and I can come in a little bit underneath you without affecting my margins. In fact, I can still come underneath you and have better margins than I did have. Then that's where we're going to find the issues. Accountability, right? The decisions, the sign-offs, the outcomes. That's your moat. You need to double down on that. You really need to put most of your time, effort into that, because that's what's going to make you and your business flourish, while the rest of everybody else that doesn't do anything, they're going to wonder why they're getting, run over. And the last thing that you need to take a hard look at is layer 3. That's the physical execution, right? It's the showing up and the actual doing, taking action, making sure that this goes through, because it's one thing like those guys in the bar that knew what was going on, but if you're not doing anything, you're screwed. Even if you're protected and took care of your layers on number 1 and number 2, if you're not taking action, if you're not going through the physical execution of this, then you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt very fast.
Good deal, brother. Good info. So we got the squeeze, self-assessment, figure out what your work stack is, make sure you know whether you do it or AI can do it, right? And cut the crap. Right? cut the crap. All right.
And just remember, AI doesn't replace you. It replaces the parts of your job that made you necessary. And once those parts are gone, you're a cost center, not a value creator.
Well, this is the second half man show, right? We hope you enjoyed what you've heard. Hope you learned something. Hit that like button. We really need likes. We need more subscribers. We're hoping to build our brotherhood. Leave us a comment. Tell us what you like, what you didn't like. Until next time, I'm 601.
I'm Russ Borden.
Stay dangerous.